Hello, this is going to be a long video, but I have a lot to say, so bear with me. And we are now many who are safe and released from imprisonment and absurd mistreatment, but many of our comrades from Global Summit Flotilla are not, and they need to be released now. But most importantly, we are not the story. Thousands of Palestinians are currently being held in Israeli dungeons without a trial, hundreds of which are children. Millions are living trapped under an illegal siege in an apartheid state and occupation, who are being systematically starved and bombed to pieces. Basic societal infrastructure is being targeted and destroyed, and Palestinians are being systematically deprived of their very basic rights and means to survive, such as producing their own food, controlling their own territorial waters, and children being able to go to school. And the whole world knows that this did not start on October the 7th, 2023. And these Israeli war crimes have happened with impunity and with help and legitimizations from our governments, institutions, and media. And this is the story here that people should be focusing on. Do not let me and other volunteers on the flotilla be a distraction. And the Global Summit Flotilla is about solidarity with Palestinians, international solidarity. And what Israel did was mainly not to illegally abduct us in international waters and abuse us in prison, but it was that it stopped a humanitarian mission and violating international law by preventing humanitarian aid from entering Gaza, a population that are being systematically starved by Israel. And this is a blatant violation of international humanitarian and maritime law. And I also want to make it very clear that our imprisonment by Israel is a direct result of our governments. They keep talking about the importance of upholding human rights and international law and to get aid into Gaza. And then when we do their job, trying to do just that while being completely peaceful and abiding by international law, they fail to ensure our safety. And this mission should not have to exist. It is a last resort when all means fall short and when those in power fail to step up and do the bare minimum. States have a legal obligation to end their complicity in genocide, which the UN Commission now also has confirmed that it is. And this current lack of willingness to do so is a crime against humanity. Israel does not have immunity from international law, even though it might seem like it from their genocidal propaganda. No human being is worth more than any other, and that also applies to Israelis. It's absurd that this even has to be said. And just to have it said once again, of course we are not running errands for Hamas, nor are we terrorists. Israel think they can get away with only recycling their old arguments and smear campaigns to justify their atrocities without addressing the evidence of them committing a genocide. But the world sees through their desperate lies. Terrorism is defined as the calculated act of using violence to incite fear in a population for political control. Is that really what this peaceful humanitarian mission carrying food, medicine, baby formula in line with international law was doing? One can really ask who the real terrorist is here. And I stand by what I have said and stood for since I became an activist at the age of 13. I will continue to fight for a free world, a world free of all forms of oppression and racism, where we put human and planetary well-being over short-term economic profit and geopolitical control for a few. And that might sound naive, but I would any day choose being seen as naive over having double standards and not doing anything in the face of injustice. And I urge everyone to join the global uprising for justice, freedom and equality, and to apply real pressure on our governments and institutions to fulfill their legal obligations to ensure human rights for everyone. We have truth, morale, international law, justice, love, history, and solidarity of the world, as well as basic fucking common sense on our side. The war criminals have hate, lies, and weapons. Justice will prevail. Free Palestine.